I should start.
Yes, please do.
Wonderful.
You know, it is not possible to allow male people into female-only spaces, and those female-only spaces remain female-only. That's just a truism. There's no, you don't have to do any logical work for that. And yet we hear people saying, yes, they are still female-only spaces. I have become increasingly disgusted by the people whose job it is to fix these things, leaving it to unpaid campaigners. Like, why does the Fawcett Society have nothing sensible to say about this? Again, the Equality and Human Rights Commission. I mean, I can't tell you how much I despise people who don't do their jobs when they're paid to stand up for women and children.
That childhood, and I'm just going to stick to children and young people under the age of 18, we all have a responsibility, you know, whether we're in paid jobs or otherwise, to safeguard and protect children. Whether it be as parents, whether it be as politicians, journalists, etc., we all have a responsibility. I think that the challenges within the field of women and particularly transgenderism speaks to the barriers and the constructed edifices that make it really, really difficult to do the things that many people, many lay people, would consider to be common sense.
Because of this nonsense, because of this incoherence and this confusion, I really believe that we are coming close to living in what I would call a groomer's paradise, a place where the job of separating children from their parents, of confusing children, of encouraging children to keep secrets, has already been done by the state. So we have a situation now where if Jimmy Savile was around, he would be living in a paradise.
The credibility of Parliament is on the line, really, because that has a representative function in our society for discussing and discerning where we're at on some of these issues. And if Parliament itself won't even raise them or feels intimidated to raise them, that's a terrible warning sign to a society that could be taken over by the loudest voice in a fascist kind of way.
I just sometimes wonder if it's worth all this. I mean, what you're fighting for.
We might as well question why we breathe. If we stop breathing, we'll die. If we stop fighting our enemies, the world will die.
What of it? It'll be out of its misery.
You know how you sound, Monsieur Blaine? Like a man who's trying to convince himself of something he doesn't believe in his heart. Each of us has a destiny, for good or for evil.
I should start.
Yes, please do.